our next presentation, it's a pleasure to introduce Azita Arvani, General Manager for the Americas with Rakuten.
Thank you, Sean. It's a pleasure to be here and talking about 5G monetization. And I wanted to start with saying that obviously everything as a service is very important. There is high levels of benefit for as a service model, whether it's agility, lower cost of entry. But first principle for us is really about the mindset that we need to continually disrupt ourselves, disrupt the industry, the technology that we were working on. We can't really just get comfortable with one big innovation and try and get the last drop of value out of that. So with that in mind, I wanted to start by giving you the context of Rakuten, the parent company. Rakuten is not the sort of the garden variety telecom operator. We are a global company with many cloud businesses. Rakuten was able to disrupt the telecom market because it has a different viewpoint and it comes from that cloud DNA. We just announced our 2021 results, and we have over $230 billion in gross transaction value with almost $15 billion of revenues. So we think of mobile as a connectivity layer that needs to be super secure, super cost efficient, and also be super agile so you can bring all these other services to run on top of it. So as a service really comes very naturally to us. When it comes to mobile, we have what we call a triangle strategy. At the top of the triangle, we have the operator business in Japan. We are the first and still the only operator that brought in the Open RAN and open architecture in addition to being cloud native end to end. And now we've done it at scale, and I'll talk about that a little later. The second part of this is the ecosystem of services that we talked about. And that can be enabled by the connectivity layer. And we see a lot of the synergies between the services that are on mobile, people that come on mobile and use the ecosystem services. And the third part of that strategy is about taking that platform that's been so successful in Japan and offering it globally in form of Rakuten Symphony. So Rakuten Symphony offers that Open RAN cloud native platform to mobile network operators, enterprises, and governments who want to have that secure, agile, cost-efficient, and resilient platform. So the way we've been able to pull it off is really by having these 4 strategic innovation pillars that enable that transformation. So the first one is disaggregating RAN, and disaggregating RAN in different ways. So we've gone from monolithic sort of purpose-built tower of a radio access network to Open RAN, really opening it up and allowing multiple suppliers to come in. The second part of that disaggregation is virtualizing the software. So going from this purpose-built software running on purpose-built hardware to virtualized software running on IT servers, which really cuts the cost down and brings a lot more flexibility and elasticity to the system. And then the third one is really looking at the radio units themselves and thinking of them as the white boxes. How do we reimagine them? How do we redesign them to be more cost efficient and higher performance? The second innovation pillar for us is the unified cloud. So it's very efficient underlying cloud that's common across all the network elements. It goes from far edge to regional to central data centers. It enables better resiliency, higher availability. It provides greater elasticity. You could do one-click deploys, upgrades, one-click scales, and backups. And so, and allows you to continuously upgrade the products that you have at the cloud speed, not at the traditional sort of very slow traditional model of development. And it's optimized not just for IT and enterprise workloads, but specifically for telco and radio workloads, which we all know are very strict requirements. Massive automation is big for us as well, so we bring a lot of speed and efficiency and accuracy to the system. So it's made our staff, our operations staff, 20 times more productive. And we aspire to be what we call level 4 autonomous network. And then, as it was mentioned in this Bain and Company report, it's about the mindset of network as a platform with programmable interfaces, and the organization is skilled that way too. So they understand the cloud, the platform, and the telecom functions. If you look at the mobile operator part of this strategy, is we built up the network in 2 years with really the lowest amount of cost. And we started in 2018 with getting spectrum. Then at this point, we have over 5 million subscribers on the network. And if you look at our costs, it's much lower than the other incumbents that have done the legacy route. And we have just passed the milestone of covering 96% of Japan's population in early February this year, which is 4 years ahead of schedule for us. And again, all of that was done because of the fact that we have those innovation pillars. When you look at the Rakuten Symphony, which is bringing that platform to the rest of the world, that is really based on our network stack. You have the unified cloud at the bottom with the, we have a business unit focused specifically on that. And it's based on state-of-the-art Kubernetes. We have the cloud platform optimized for both telco and IT workloads, as I mentioned before. Then we have the network functions business unit sitting on top of that, which covers the RAN workloads, core and transport and edge. And so that is as a part where we acquired the pioneer in that group, Altiostar, and now that's in that network functions business unit. Then we have the intelligent operations. This is where we have that end-to-end orchestration for all these virtualized and containerized workloads, in addition to providing tools for planning, building, monitoring, and managing the network. We have the digital experience business unit that is have the next generation BSS, in addition to providing marketplace, we call Simworld. I'll talk about that a little later. And then also providing an ecosystem of services. And these services could be anything from unified communications, collaboration, commerce, financial services, games, etc. So again, that level of innovation has enabled us to deliver on the promises that we've made. We've made promises with providing a network that covers 4G and 5G. We have that. We covered 96% of the population, and we're even going beyond that this year. When it comes to Symphony, we have three customers, of course, Rakuten Mobile in Japan, and 1&1, which is a huge deal for us in Germany. We are doing the entire network end-to-end, and with Dish in America, and we have 10 other customers, and of course, that's growing. And innovation, a lot of products that are coming up that I'll be talking about, a couple of them here. So Simware is really, speaking as a service. Now we're disrupting an area that, we never thought it could be offered as a service. So this is what we call RAN as a service. So you have the servers and IP routing capabilities and virtual DU plus edge application that could sit on top of this hardware. This hardware is zero-touch deployment. It's offered and subscription model, so you can have 4G, 5G in the future, 6G on it. You don't have to worry about upgrading. It is all taken care of, and it's very energy efficient. And you don't need fans, you don't need cabinets. So it's really a completely different way of deploying RAN. Another product that I wanted to bring your attention to is Simworld, is that marketplace that I mentioned to you. It's a telecom marketplace that's as easy to use as your Apple App Store. Simworld is a place where customers can purchase apps that you can plan, design, build, monitor, and manage your network, in addition to all kinds of other IT things that you need to do for the network. and it has zero-touch provisioning, and of course, it brings in a lot of automation. So with that, innovation culture is really the engine powering that disruption as a service. It's core for us, it's really important that we lead in the technology innovation and we continually disrupt ourselves. So we have thousands of engineers working on different parts of this stack that I talked to you about, and really brings that disruption service home. So that has created massive opportunity for us in each layer of the stack and the business units that we have. There's a great available market that we are targeting. And at the Internet and Ecosystem Services, we are looking at $100 billion worth of market. And of course, according to Bain & Company report, that could go up to $400 billion. So we think there's a great market once you have your architecture in a way that you can take advantage of it. So we have bold ambitions. We want to, we have great customers now, 3 of them, as you see here, in terms of operators, and others that we have not announced. And this year we'll be scaling that out. We have a lot of opportunities in the pipeline that we're going to market and deploy this architecture. So reading the report, I was really struck by this quote that they had, that the telcos that embrace cloud technology can bring greater flexibility, lower costs, improve functionality, and overall increase customer centricity. And that's really what Rakuten Symphony is bringing to the operators. So in this, if you want to take advantage of that everything as a service, you really need to step in that world. And for us, we are really looking forward to working with partners and others in the industry to transform this, because there are a lot of challenges for operators. The capex investment, opex investments are only going up. The users, the subscribers, insatiable use for data is going up, as well as enterprises. And the technology adoption right now is in the current model is not fast enough to take advantage of this. So what we're offering with Rakuten Symphony is really a platform that's very, very cost efficient, lowering capex and opex, and overall TCO. It also enables you to have these deal with changing dynamic set of requirements that come in from consumers, from enterprises, from governments. And also it allows you to have these models, the subscription models, as a service models, and that flexibility and autonomous network that needs to be powering that is all there. So I'll look forward to the panel discussion covering this and more.
All right. Thank you so much, Azita. And you referenced that Bain & Company research. We'll pick up that conversation in the panel, so please join us there momentarily.
Thank you.